Hi everyone, good morning to all. Welcome back to Google Classroom. In this session, we are going to discuss exercise 13.7 remaining questions and exercise 13.8. In the last session, we discussed exercise 13.7 question number 7. Now, exercise 13.7 question number 8. It is also related with the last question. That means the same right triangle ABC with the sides 5 cm, 12 cm and 13 cm. In the last question, they asked to revolve it about the side 12 cm. But in this question, they asked to revolve it about the side 5 cm. That is the difference. Then find the volume of the solid so obtained. So here the solid obtained is in this form of a cone. Okay, in this cone height is 5 cm and radius is 12 cm. Then here we have to find the volume. That is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Then we have to find the ratio of the volumes of the two solids obtained in question number 7 and question number 8. We already got the volume of the solid in question number 7 as 100 pi. Then here we have to find the volume of the cone obtained in this question. Then we have to find the ratio between them. Here the radius r equal 12 cm and height h equal 5 cm. Therefore, volume of the cone is equal 1 by 3 pi r square h. Then we have to substitute the values, that is 1 by 3 into pi into 12 into 12 into 5. Okay, here no need to give the value of pi because here in the question they asked to find ratio of the two solids obtained in question number 7 and question number 8. Okay, so here 1 by 3, this 3 and 12 we can cut. Then what we will get? 12 into 5, 60. 60 into 4 is 240 pi centimeter cube. In question number 7, we got the volume as 100 pi centimeter cube. This is volume 1 and this is volume 2. Then here we have to find the ratio between V1 and V2. So that is equal 100 pi by 240 pi. Then we can cut the common factors. Then these two zeros we can cut. Then in 10, 5 2s are 10, 12 2s are 24. So the ratio is 5 by 12, that is equal 5 is to 12. So this is the ratio between the volume 1 and volume 2. Now exercise 13.7 question number 9. A heap of a wheat is in the form of a cone whose diameter is 10.5 meter and height is 3 meter. Find its volume. The heap is to be covered by canvas to protect it from rain. Find the area of the canvas required. So here we have to find the volume of the wheat and we also have to find the area of the canvas required to cover the heap. Okay. It is given that the heap of the wheat is in the form of a cone whose diameter is given as 10.5 meter and radius we have to find. Then height is given as 3 meter. Height means it is the perpendicular height. Okay. This is given as 3 meter. Then here we have to find the volume of the wheat in the heap. So here diameter is given as 10.5 meter. So we have to find radius d by 2, that is 10.5 by 2. Okay, then this much meter. Then we have to write height which is given as 3 meter. Then volume of the cone, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h. That is equal 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into r square is 10.5 by 2 into 10.5 by 2. Then height is given as 3. Okay, substitute all the values. This much meter cube. Then we have to simplify this. then 2 in 22 11 times. Okay, then here this 7 in 10.5, that is 1 7s are 7, then remaining 3 in 35, 5 7s are 35. Then no other terms. Here 3 and this 3 also we can cut. Then which is remaining? 11 into 1.5 into 10.5 by 2 meter cube. When we multiply the terms, then we will get 86.625 meter cube. So this is the volume of the heap of the weight. Next we have to find area of the canvas required to cover the heap. That means CSA, curved surface area, that is equal pi RL. But in the question, height and radius are given. Height and diameter are given. Then we can find radius too. Then we have to get L2. L means what? Slant height. Okay. So we can write the relation between L, H and R. L square equal H square plus R square. Then here H is given as 3. So 3 square. R we got as 10.5 by 2. So 10.5 by 2 square. Its root will be L. Okay. That is equal 9 plus 10.5 into 10.5 by 2 into 2. Its square root we have to find. So that is equal 9 plus 10.5 into 10.5 means what? That is 110.25. Then divided by 4. Its square root we have to find. Okay. Then 4 into 9, 36 plus 110.25 by 4. Its square root we have to find. That is equal 146.25 by 4. Its square root. Then we have to find root 146.25. Divide it by root 4. Root 4 means 2. Root 4 is what? 2. So we have to find root 146.25 and divide it by 2. In 8th standard, you already studied the long division method to find the square root of a number. That I will explain now. So 146.25. Before decimal, we have to group them from back. Okay. So this 46 in one group, 1 is in another group. After decimal, we have to group them as forward. That means 25 is a group. In a group. Okay. Now we have to take 1. 1 is a perfect square. So we can write 1, 1. 1 into 1 is 1. Then as division we can subtract them. Then 1 minus 1 is 0. Then remaining term we can write 46. Remaining group we can write as together. So 46. The next step is we have to write the twice of this quotient. Not here, not this. It's twice. That is 1 into 2, 2. Then we have to write one digit here and multiply the whole number with that digit. Then we want to get this 46 or just less than 46. So we can write it as 21. 1 we can write, then multiply with the 1 itself. Then we will get 21. Then we can check with the 22. When we write 2 in this place, then 22 into 2. That is 44. 44 is less than 46. But we want to check whether we get 46 when we multiply that by 3. Okay, so 3 3s are 9, 2 3s are 6. So this is greater. So we can take this 44. So that answer 44 we can write here. Which digit we put in this box? It is 2. That we can write here in this box and as quotient also. Then again we can subtract 46 minus 44 is 2. Then this decimal we have to put on the quotient. In the quotient we have to write the decimal. But here no need to write the decimal. Next group we can write as such. Okay, so 225. Then again we have to write the twice of this 12 together. So 12 twice is 12 into 2, 24. Then we have to write a number here. When we multiply this by the whole number, then we want to get 225 or just less than 225. So when we put 224 after 1, then multiply by 1, then what we will get? 241. So we can't write 1 or more than 1. So which number or which digit we can write? 0. So 240. That means that 0 we have to write here. Then 240 into 0 is 0 itself. Then we can write 225. Okay. Then here no other digits. So we can write any number of zeros. After decimal, last we can write any number of zeros. So here I add 2 zeros. So that group we can write as such. Okay. Now 120 into 2 is 240. 120 into 2, 240. Again we want to write one digit. Okay. So 240. After that I write 1 into 1. That is 2401. So 2401 is less than this digit, this number. So we can write it as 2409. Okay, here I put it is 9. You can check with any number. Then here also multiply by 9. 9 9s are 81. 4 9s are 36. 3. 9 2s are 18 plus 3. 18 plus 3 is 21. So what I got? 21,681. Here what we want to get? 22,500. So this is the last digit which is possible to put. Okay. So here this is less than this. So we can't write any other digit. So this itself we can write 9. So here also 9. So here what we will get? 21,681. Then again we have to subtract. Then what we will get? 9, 1, 8, 890 we will get. This much enough. Okay, 2 digits we got now after decimal. So we can write it as 12.09. Root of 146.25 is 12.09. So we will get 12.09 by 2. That is 12.09 divided by 2 is 6 2s are 12. 0 then in 0. 0 itself, then 0 into 2, 0, then 9, in 9, 4 2s are 8, then 1, 0, 5 2s are 10. So we can write it is approximately 6.05 meter. Okay, this third digit is more than or equal to 5, then we can add 1 to the digit just before it. So 6.04 means 04 becomes 6.05 because of the last digit. Okay, so here we get L is equal 6.05 meter. Then we have to find CSA. CSA equal pi RL. That is equal 22 by 7 into 10.5 by 2 into 6.05. When you simplify this, then you will get 99.825 meter square. 99.825 meter square. That is the CSA. That means this much canvas is required to cover the heap.